and welcome to this week's edition of NASCARFemale.com's webcast, The Burnout. Host, Kimberly Bowman, and my wonderful co-host, Emily Luther. ORs for NASCARFemale.com, myself, for the number 24, and Emily is for Ryan Blaney, who has not won yet.
We are so close. So close. I think if Ryan would have done the wedge adjustment that they had wanted to do with like about 80 to go, they're planning on doing a wedge adjustment, and I don't know what happened. I think Ryan just took off. I think if they would have had that in, I think the outcome of the race could have been a little different in his favor. Right. Not saying that a fourth place finish was bad. It wasn't. It was a great finish, and he's doing very well in the points, and I'm very proud of him, and have a lot of pride for him currently. But I wonder what would have happened had that wedge adjustment been done. Then again, we could always look at it like, well, what if it had been done? How bad would it have messed him up?
Well, of course, the biggest story from out of this week was the crash that took place. Do you remember what lap it was? I don't remember exactly anyway, but out of nowhere, there was a mechanical failure on Joey Logano's car, and he hit the wall. And Danica Patrick was there, plowed right into him. And then, following that, out of nowhere, Eric Almirola was wrong place, wrong time, and was involved in a little wreck. Wasn't even part of the main wreck, I guess you could say, kind of the after effect. Did not walk away from the wreck. He came away with a T5, pressure fracture to the vertebra, which a little bit, but still glad he's okay. That was. I think it's probably due to the TV stats hoping he was okay. And
I think it's good to see too that NASCAR is still investigating the accident just to figure out what exactly is going on. There was actually an update released on it, and they said that this is at 7:53. They said that Eric said when his car went in the air, both rear springs fell out of the car, so the car came back down and hit the frame. And apparently that was the highest record of G-force that had ever been recorded, ever. So that probably was what caused it. However, I honestly believe he might have hit something on the track that caused him to just fly into it. Like, there's no way a driver in their right mind could see that they could avoid it. I think he honestly was trying to avoid it and might have hit some sort of fluid, whether it was oil or something else.
I'm also wondering if, because of all the extra protection that has been placed on the roll cage and all that's surrounding the driver, if that might have played against him.
I don't think so. So the seats that they sit in are made so that there's protection, but they're also made to conform to their bodies. So essentially the way that it's supposed to work is, there's a lot of protection behind it, but there's also a lot of comfort so that in case there is a wreck, their back is less likely to get hit. I think that because obviously what caused it was the two rear springs breaking is what caused the car to slam down. I think because the G-force was so high, something that they've never seen before, I think it was just a freak accident, honestly. I don't think his seat had anything to do with it. I think there was no avoiding this if that is what happened to the rear of the car. I don't think whether or not they had a different seat or, I think the fact that they stabilized their necks more than they used to, aka when Senior was killed, I think that also plays into things too, because if you think about it, if they wouldn't have those in place, you could have had a snapped neck at that point if the springs would have, if that's what happened with the car.
And not that I'm against them doing more investigation and safety because of this incident. Well, I've still wanted them to put more investigative effort into Joe Logano's car. wasn't his
Yeah.
fault whatsoever about it. So I mean, not for or against him. I want the NASCAR to dig into what happened with his car. I'm not saying. I'm saying just period. I mean, whatever happened, it needs to be looked into.
I don't understand how a brake rotor just snaps off the way that it did. Like that.
Everyone had problems with that. It just happened to cause. But everyone was having brake problems almost.
Oh yeah, I mean they were on fire and everything, but we've never seen a situation because I mean at certain tracks they do light up, and I mean you can look at old footage and everything, but it's never been a situation, at least as far as I can remember, where they get so hot that they just snap off like that.
Right.
So what caused it to snap off like that? And I'm going to bring it up, and I have been very biased towards like against Joey recently. Just there's a lot of frustration with Team Penske and everything, but I can tell you after this weekend, I gained a lot of respect for him. I have never seen Joey so remorseful in an interview than I did this weekend. And if you do a comparison between his interview and Danica's interview, she like refused to understand that it wasn't Joey's fault. Like, yeah, he caused it, but he didn't intentionally do it.
I
Like,
think she was getting there. I think she was kind of in the midst of shock, recovery, and I'm mad, but I know I can't be mad. I think she was just in the middle of those two emotions because once she probably, okay, it happened, she's blaming Joey, but then she learns about what happened and she's trying to tell herself, okay, it's not his fault, it's not my fault, it's not anyone's fault, and she's dealing with the bad luck gene right now, so it's just like,
well,
stressful.
the problem with Danica too is she proved how self-centered and how entitled she was this weekend. Even after they played the footage, Eric Almirola was literally on a gurney on a back stretcher, and she cared more about her bad luck. I'm not kidding you. I have never seen the NASCAR community attack a driver like they did this weekend. Like we've seen, some, at least on social media, we've seen some pretty decent attacks on drivers. But I have never seen the NASCAR community come together and just berate a driver like that. Like there's frustration, there's anger. Normally it's directed right at NASCAR for changing rules, and that seems to normally be the case. However, everyone and not one person I saw gave her the benefit of the doubt.
And I like to say something. I heard a little rumor going around about people upset about the picture that was took of Eric when he was obviously in pain. I need to say something about that. When it happened, I turned to my mom and I said, the fact that we see him in pain is a good thing.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
The people need to hush up because that picture helped us to see that he was okay. The fact that he was actually feeling pain is a very good thing. At that point in time, I don't want it for anybody. I didn't want it for him, but that was a good thing that we saw that.
I don't think they needed
get guilt trips. Don't.
I agree with you 100%. It was nice to see that he was okay. It was nice that like the media was trying to get it from the side of the car so that like we could see him moving and everything. I don't think they need to be so up in his face with that picture, but we don't know if it was Zoom or not. It easily could have been Zoom. Right. With the picture. I mean, NASCAR photographers are so skilled in what they do. You can never tell if it was a picture that was taken with Zoom or without Zoom. So I think the NASCAR fans that are getting upset with it, I can understand why they're upset. However, it is nice to see that he's okay because I hate to keep using this as a comparison, but when Senior died, we never got that okay. Like, we never saw him. Like, it was, boom, out of the car, onto the gurney, into the ambulance. Like, Senior.
Flash.
What'd you say?
Saying who are you talking about? You flashed out on me.
Oh, Senior. Dale Senior. Like, I'm not saying I would want to see him like that, but the fact that they were able to show us that and people weren't stopping them should just prove that he was okay. I think if he wasn't okay and like wasn't moving around and stuff, I think they would have put the total kibosh on that.
Right.
So I agree with you 100%. I don't know. It's just a weird dynamic, like the whole situation. I mean, I never thought I would see Joey Logano have so much remorse in my entire life. I never expected that.
It's not that I did expect it, but I mean, it's like with what happened. Oh, it's hard to explain. But I definitely respect him for that. And, I
I mean,
mean, you got to imagine if you were in his shoes and you see someone, and especially at that point in time, not knowing if he's what his injuries were.
well, the fact that his
Something happened on
first,
my car, and it wasn't my fault, but it is my fault. But it's not
yeah,
my fault.
like the fact that the first words out of his mouth when he hit the wall was, "Is Danica okay?" This says a lot about his character, regardless of how he acts on the track. It says a lot about who he is as a person. And the fact that, I'm sorry, I'm just very frustrated with Danica because I do try to give her the benefit of the doubt sometimes, but on this I just can't. She couldn't even she didn't even care to ask about Eric. Like she literally talked about him for 2 seconds. And then, no, it was just like they prompted her about it. Like they had to mention it to her for her to get her like bearings and stop talking about herself for 10 seconds, and then she went right back into it about how low.
Maybe she was having a fun day.
What?
maybe it was one of the moment things. You know what I mean?
I mean, I don't know. I tried to give her the benefit of the doubt, but after that, I mean, there were some fans that were so angry with her that they were like, "You are the worst thing that's ever happened to the sport. You need to leave at the end of the season." Like people were angry. So like I get it because
You're not allowed to make a mistake. Okay, that's ridiculous.
no, but I understand their anger. Like, a lot of people get mad at Brad, a lot of people get mad at Joey, a lot of people get mad at Kyle, and AJ Allmendinger recently. But I have never seen the NASCAR community that mad. I was just so baffled last weekend. I couldn't even I mean, I angry tweeted, but it was just in general. I was just mad because of Ryan. So I was angry tweeting. But they literally attacked her. It was just very interesting to see.
And how about Shane?
That poor kid. Between him and Ryan, I feel like they take turns on who does
what. Honestly, I mean, I was embarrassed for him.
Whose fault was it? It was Al, wasn't it?
It was no, it was all Chase's fault.
Was it?
Pretty much.
I just feel like between him and Ryan, they make some of the littlest mistakes. And it ends up costing them both of them.
And okay, get this. I'm a Dallas supporter too. It's kind of like a sub fan of him. It's also why did, especially that one really gets my goat when like two favorite drivers. Why? Yeah.
I feel like the young guns take a turn with who has the black cloud over them for a weekend.
I think it's hanging over multiple ones now, though.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Right now, yeah, definitely.
Let's see. No, him and him. I don't have enough fingers. All right. This weekend, is coming up. Then I shall be 21. That's news on song. It's always on my birthday for some reason.
Is your birthday Saturday?
Yep.
Nice. Happy early birthday. Everybody make sure you tweet Kimberly on Saturday to wish her a happy birthday.
Thank you. All right. 16 drivers currently are eligible. Race. You'll like who the NASCAR website listed first.
Who did list?
Sure.
Jesus Christ.
Kurt Busch, Kyle Busch, Junior, Hamlin, Harvick, Johnson, Casey Kane, Matt Kenseth, Brad Keselowski, Kyle Larson, Joey Logano, Jamie Mack, Ryan Newman, Stenhouse, and Martin Truex Jr. Drivers who have won a points event in either 2016 or 2017 are eligible. Average drivers who have won a previous all-star race and compete full time. Drivers who have won a Monster Energy NASCAR Cup Series championship and compete full time are also eligible for the event. That was a freaking mouthful. 3 drivers will join the field by winning one of the 3 stages in the Monster Energy Open, which that is a weird game. Will be added to the field by winning the fan vote. In other news, congrats, talk about Regan Smith, Eric Almirola in the 43 motorsports. He's going to be in the All Stars, right? Or at least
do we have an update on the All-Star standings for driver being voted in?
Let me see. I do not.
I didn't see one earlier.
Yeah, I don't see it in the news, but it's so. Uh,
All-Star fan vote leaders. Okay. Top 10 revealed. This was Wednesday. They have until tomorrow night to cast their vote. Let's see who it is. AJ Allmendinger. Why? I'm sorry, that was mean.
I haven't voted yet.
I have multiple times with multiple email accounts. It's fine. Trevor Bain. Ryan Blaney. They're going in alphabetical order, so they're not telling me what the number is. Okay, rude. Clint Boyer. Matt DiBenedetto. Jeffrey Earnhardt. Chase Elliott. Eric Jones. Danica. Daniel Suarez. And that's it. That was 10 apparently. That didn't feel like 10, but that was 10.
God, I'm on the voting page. I figured I should do it on air.
I've voted with 6 different email addresses at this point.
I have about 6 different email addresses, but I wouldn't do that, I don't think. I'm not sure.
Oh, I did. I have no shame about it either. Actually, it might have been 7. Yep.
Oh.
Listen, you gotta do what it takes.
Alright, I voted.
For Chase?
Y'all can't hold it. Yep. People vote?
What is the open tomorrow or Saturday?
The open is. Sorry. Scared me. Okay. I think it's the same day. It was held prior to the race, so I'm assuming that's the same day.
I hate when they do that. I can't. Well, in 2 other if that's not a word. In two other Santas don't have to do this weekend. NASCAR is doing a partnership with Yeti, so I'm really excited about that. And NASCAR is bringing back the merchandise haulers. Nicole texted me earlier, and it was a screenshot of the Facebook post by NASCAR and NBC. And the first hauler that was like in the pictures was the Penske hauler, and they had Ryan on it. I cried a little bit. I was like, oh, you could be nice to him now.
Yeah, when he's almost out the door. Well, not quite, but you know what I mean.
Like, oh, when he can bring in money for you, you're nice to him.
Yeah. I guess the whole merchandise hauler thing is probably special to those who've actually been to a race, which I have yet to do. I would probably understand what they have.
I got to experience, Caitlin and I experienced Tent City last year and Kentucky because we both had lanyards that were clearly biased. I
wonder what they said.
I have no idea. Actually, I didn't even have a Ryan one at that point. I had a junior one. I have a Ryan one now, though, and I would keep
everyone's a junior fan, right?
Right. I said, why can't I use him? He's my official driver. Because I bought the Ryan one right after that. I said, why can't I use the Ryan one? I report him for him, you know? She doesn't think that was funny. So I bought a NASCAR one, and then I bought the Ryan one too. And then I'll be using Ryan in June for the Michigan race for my birthday. But I walked over to Kansas City, and we were just like, "What is what is this?" I was like, "We got lost. Trying to figure out how to get our way around."
Tent City. Merchandise or what all was in the Tent City?
So Tent City was just Fanatics. Like, it was all Fanatics merchandise, which that's what NASCAR is. But the way that the haulers used to work is it was a hauler, and it was specific to a team. So, like, Roush Fenway all had one hauler together, and Ryan was put on both Penske haulers, so the one for Joey and for Brad. But it looks like Penske's just doing one solid hauler this year, or maybe two, but it's for all three of them. And then, like, Junior has his own hauler. Chase Elliott had his own, or, like, Jeff Gordon has his own hauler. Jimmy Johnson. Like, most of the drivers had their own hauler if they were big names.
Yeah, non-race score. Just got educated. Okay. Yeah. I'll run my stripes one day, I'm sure.
Well, it's fine. You'll have to add me on Snapchat for next month because I plan on taking a lot of them.
I am not on Snapchat. Actually, I do have a Snapchat account, but it started annoying me, so I do not use it whatsoever.
You're going to use it. I'm going to make you. Oh, I also will be sending pictures for NASCAR female. Even though I am not representing NASCAR female that weekend, I thought it would be nice to have pictures. So I will be sending.
We're trying to do, I was talking to Liz this week or last week about getting our Instagram more up to stuff and visual of races to our reporters' eyes when they go. So like there and see how it goes.
Well, I for sure was going to do that for Kentucky like I did last year, but I'm going to do it for Michigan too since I'm going to be there anyways. I won't have the same access that I do for Kentucky, but we'll see because I plan on meeting Dillon Jr. in Michigan, so we'll see what type of battle this is. And I won't
have any pictures because he won't remember to take any pictures. He'll be too busy.
So I went to Michigan 3 years ago for the first time, and it was my 21st birthday. And I told my mom, like, I really want to meet Junior. Well, he walked right past me, but there were a bunch of little kids in the way. And so I decided to be nice, a nice human being, and not, punch the little kids out of the way. Dale Jr. is retiring. This is my last time, probably, that I'll get to see him race as a fan and not media. Where I will try to be nice, but I'm not making any promises this time.
Do a little, excuse me. Do the shove way. Try the soft.
This is what I'm thinking about doing. Just carrying pepper spray. I've been saying. You don't understand. And there were little kids that got to meet Dillon Jr. who probably don't even know who the heck he is.
I can't. Junior will want to meet you if you're carrying pepper spray.
Well, yeah, because then he'll be afraid, right?
Yeah, he may be scared off.
Okay, so Junior, if you're listening, I'm bring pepper spray. Or you get any, even snippets of this conversation, I promise I won't bring pepper spray. But I don't promise that I'm not promising that I won't kick a little kid out of the way. I'll kick him gently.
Can you go back now, please? Aggressive authoritative, you're an adult, so you can tell them first.
Can I just ground them out of the way? Like, be like, your mother said you're grounded and you need to go back and find her. You're in trouble. Move out of my way.
Mandatory for all children under the age of 10 to have those little monkey leashes.
No, my argument's going to be, tell me what year he won the Busch Championship, and then I'll let you talk to him. Right.
They won't know.
Exactly. So I know, so I'm going to meet him. I have a whole strategy working in my brain.
I'm guessing for her to competition at least 30 times.
Probably, but I said that about Ryan when I first met him, and I literally couldn't talk. So there's that.
Can't wait to meet. I've already heard competitions in my head, so I know what you're going to.
I met Ryan 4 years ago. Yeah, I met Ryan 4 years ago. It's great.
Was that the rock? How you got followed by a rock? Well, I forget the story. Anyway, we're going away.
I don't think we can have it for this weekend until we know who's in it.
Sure.
True. What?
I guess we could make predictions. I will say I don't think it is really a fair all-star race. I will say that because a true all-star race would have way less rules that they just put on the race.
It's NASCAR. They love rules. They love to suck the fun out of things.
I'm all for safety here this weekend. We need safety and rules. I get it. I'm the first one to say it, but you know, that's the best. You're going at it. No championship implications. Just $1 million on the line.
Yeah.
Why not cut a few of the rules? I mean, keep the safety rules in place 100%.
So I was totally that person last week.
Okay, first of all, take away the speeding. Speeding rules out the window. Right now, because that's going to raise the competition and put weight on.
I think we should just let the boys have at it.
Yeah, and they say they're done now. That's it. Sam. Fight. Put them in a ring and saying, okay, do whatever you want. Without moving. You can't move but 2 inches this way and 2 inches this way, and then 4 inches that way and the other way. Whatever you want to.
So I was that really, really bad NASCAR fan last weekend, and I don't know if you know her, but Shelby Barack. I don't know if that's how you say her last name, but she's a Penske fan, and she's a Gibbs fan. Well, she was a Carl fan, but so I tweeted literally right before that caution came out for Joey and Danica and Eric. I literally tweeted, "Can we just get a caution, please?"
Oh man. I'll let you know, right?
And Shelby tweets back to me, "Girl," and I'm like, "Listen, I meant like a debris caution that they love to throw out for the 48. I did not mean I wanted a wreck to happen. Trust me, that's not what I meant."
I will say that Danica is lucky she walked away from that.
Oh yeah, I for sure thought she wasn't getting out of her car.
Right, that was a pretty close loss of Dylan on there. Pretty close.
I legitimately felt awful though for tweeting that.
Yeah. Situation. Weekend a little bit. Not applicable. Yeah. 2 minutes. I guess of the ones, but that's still pretty fair.
I don't even know if you can pick of the ones because whoever the last four are that get in could throw a wrench into it.
Right.
Bring it on.
So what should we say?
I have like Kesha in stereo right now. It's weird. I'm yelling tonight.
NASCAR unveiled the NASCAR Next. I do find it interesting though in the NASCAR Next class how they have one girl in it every year.
Yeah. I think they do that on purpose, Kimberly.
I have no against it, but if it was on last year, why not do this year?
I mean, I think they do it on purpose for sure.
Now I get it, it's a male-dominated sport, which is not a bad thing necessarily, because I think it's as far as the car goes, but I am perfectly proud of them being in the sport. That's a little weird. Just them having one every year. I wish they would just kind of let it be.
I think that's part of the regulations that they're trying to follow, is that at least one girl makes it.
Which I mean, I guess it's good for now, and if it gets more popular, the things fans to do, and little catch 22 there. I am experiencing a slight dose of I am Howell, because looking at those drivers, I'm thinking I'm their age. And I'm just like, I'm at that weird stage, I think. It's like, wait a minute, they're kids compared to.
Yeah, the fact that they're all younger than us is weird.
They're my age. And I'm like, no, they're not. They're 15, 16. That's way younger than me. I know it's like extremely younger. It's just still kind of that thing.
It always blows my mind that like Chase and Ryan are our ages. Like, it just blows my mind.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like, you're their age. You're their age. Right. I am. Right. There's even a couple drivers. Who were they? Who was one of the drivers popped up on the screen, and then it may have been Ty Dillon or one of the drivers, but Neil Flash age was like 25, and I'm thinking, okay, I'm not far from that. I'm still not used to it. Anyway, that was my getting over it for the night. I think in the next class, if they're any familiar to me, they may some of them maybe more familiar to you. One, another thing, of course. Harrison Burton. Get it together, girl.
Sorry. It's been a long day.
Cover all the major news. I'm sure we have it, but I'm sure we can't have it.
I don't think we can pick a winner either.
I didn't even think about that until you said it.
Well, how do you pick when 4 drivers aren't even in the race yet? You don't. You can't. Because they could easily throw a wrench into whoever we pick.
I don't know if we mentioned this, but
we probably think a car is going to win. Like a manufacturer.
Okay, Chevrolet.
I'm going with Ford.
Chevrolet.
Ford.
Chevrolet.
Ford. Oh, and if anyone cares, go check out NASCAR's Snapchat. The wonderful, talented Ryan Blaney is in control of it tonight. And it's been great so far.
Oh, I forgot to mention about Eric Almirola and Timothy Cowell for a cause event, of which doctors told him he should not. And he had promised one of the kids involved that he would be there and walk with him. And he did, despite the fact that he basically broke his back. And I think that's just so cool. That's so cool.
He's a really good guy.
Yeah, definitely. And God speaks his recovery. He's not been doing that bad lately. That guy didn't. He won a championship with the last couple. That I would like to not name right now, but it's not important. Alright, I guess that's all for this evening. Since we can't pick, but we did pick, so Chevrolet and Ford is what we're going with.
Ford. Ford, tough.
Chevrolet, classic.
Ford.
Wrong with the book size. Alright, guys. If you get a chance this week, read all the wonderful articles that our ladies put forward to write and report on their favorite drivers. Follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. And we will see y'all again here next week, same time, same place, for the Burnout at 9 p.m. Eastern Time on the Natural Family YouTube channel. Subscribe, and we will see y'all then.
Night, y'all.